Hey, what's going on? My name is Brian Bauer, and after a year of having this Strandberg Boden NX Classic, I figured I'd make a little video talking about it. Now, I can't wait for the first comment to be somebody with an avatar saying, well, your playing really sucks, man, blah, 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 while they have none online. Anyway, the whole point of that was I was just trying to show a few of the different pickup positions with this thing, because it's got a 5-way switch and, you know, a humbucker and 2 single coils, which is, I don't know, pretty versatile to me. Listen, this is gonna be an off-the-cuff video. I don't wanna get into every spec and all these things and have a 40-minute video. There's tons of videos like this out there in the world now, so just go watch one of those ones, because I think other YouTubers also have a valid opinion on this guitar, so definitely check out some other videos. The point of this video for me is kind of talk about a guitar that I've had for over a year now, and not just me initially trying it out. Strandberg has not paid me. Nobody's paying me. I paid for this guitar with my own money, and I'm just hoping to help a consumer like myself out there in the world somewhere have to try to make a decision, because hey, we all like new gear, and some of us want something that's a little bit different, and I know that scares people, and it should not scare you for 1 second. All right, let's talk about this guitar now. We have this awesome Viridian green finish. It's a solid body. They do have some chambered ones out there, but this one is not chambered, and I don't think it really makes a big difference. They can talk about the acoustic qualities, but listen, like, just learn to dial your amps in better or something. That kind of thing does not matter. It has, you know, a humbucker and 2 single coils. There's a Suhr thornbucker and 2 Suhr single coils. Fantastic. You do not have to swap the pickups out in this thing. It has this awesome tremolo on it. It's not like a Goto Floyd or something that I'm getting really used to on another guitar, but again, absolutely just banging thing. No, it is really cool. It's good. It feels good. It brings some life to this guitar for sure. There are fixed bridge versions of this thing too, or maybe not the classic one, but other models of Strandbergs. There's plenty of them out there in the market at this point. Yeah, it has the volume and tone knob on it, the 5-way switch. The main thing that everybody wonders about is the Endurneck. It's that trapezoid kind of thing that guides your thumb, but you can definitely play with your thumb over the board some too. It's not a neck to be worried about. It's absolutely killer, and it's one of the most natural feeling guitars. It looks weird, but it's ergonomic. Like, it's got this little rest here. It's really light, guides your thumb. It's to make you feel better, so you play better. And if you can feel better, you're gonna sound better, right? So they have a motto, something like, I don't know, feel better, sound better, or something like that. But hey, this is my video. I'm not going back and correcting that, all right? So yeah, we have the Endurneck. You tune it down here. The little tuning keys are down here. Super simple. If you're gonna restring this thing, by the way, it is one of the easiest guitars to restring. It is nothing you need to worry about. I was a little worried about it at first. I took all the strings off it. I just blocked the trem, and literally you just loosen this up. You loosen this up here. You just run a string through it, tighten it in, tune it up. It is so easy. It's easier than turning a string around tuning pegs and all that stuff. It's so simple to work with, so don't worry about it from that perspective at all. For me, this is a guitar that works so good, like playing it at a desk or something too. It's just something that it's an easy go-to. You can get something that works really well with this, like a sound, really quick, it plays awesome. Okay, so this guitar is fan fret. Nothing for you to worry about. Actually, at the first fret, it's not fanned at all, and it gradually gets on this little angle, always back on the guitar, and it goes from 25 to 25 and a half, so it's a very subtle fan. And you might think, oh, that's weird, I'm not going to like that. Listen, it's pretty natural. It actually lines up where your fingers go. That's the whole point of it. Now, for the 7 strings and 8 strings, it's more about the string tension across the whole board, and that's a different beast. It's fanned a little different. But this one, super good. Also, I would like to point out that it's all glow-in-the-dark inlays. It has like the aluminum inlays on the top and kind of like aluminum inlays on the actual board itself. One of the things that we should point out with a guitar like this is that they're not cheap. That is one of the downfalls of Strandbergs, in my opinion. Now, they have addressed this issue a little bit by having a new version. It was the Strandberg like Essentials. I don't think it's fanned. This one comes with like the higher end pickups and such, but the other ones, they'll come with OEM pickups. Don't worry about that. They're gonna sound absolutely fantastic either way. But this guitar now is retailing for a lot more than even I paid for it new, because they were doing a Strandberg, I think, end of summer sale or something where it was 20% off. And now with inflation, the price has gone up. So this is not exactly an affordable guitar. Now, some people might say, well, it's from Indonesia. I can't find an actual construction flaw on this guitar for a second. I have about 2 critiques of this one, and they're very minor. Number one, sometimes this switch does cut out. All the companies are putting kind of just dinky switches in them. The 5-way, I mean. That happens, again, something you could easily swap if you have to. You aren't likely going to need to. But I have noticed that once in a blue moon, it does cut out, switching between sometimes 2 and 3. The other thing, and now it's because it's the Strat version of this guitar, this is kind of an improvement over a Strat and also a slight negative. So on a Stratocaster, the volume knob is literally like right here by the pickup. And this one goes down a little bit further, which is good. I wish it was a little more out of the way, just because sometimes I find I'm hitting it. Again, that's a critique, but I know there's other Strandbergs out there where they actually have addressed this, but on other models. This is the classic one, so I kind of see why they did what they did. Would I buy one of these guitars again? Yes, I have actually considered buying one of these again too at a point, but probably a 7-string model. I've played the 7-string model, and then the Endurneck really starts to feel really good on that one. They're super solid. They're an awesome guitar. But where it's not a cheap guitar, I know it's not for everyone, and it feels like a little bit of a risk. So if you do have the money and you want to buy something like this, it will probably sell in the used market, no problem. So go for it. If you can go to a store and try it out, even better. Unfortunately, where I live, you can't really go and try them out. So if there's people I know who want to try them, I usually let them try mine. And I've only had maybe one or two go, meh. One guy didn't care at all. And the other dude's like, oh man, this is a wicked guitar. It's just, he didn't really quite like where the neck was for how he holds things. And everybody else is like, holy crap, it's the most natural guitar I've ever played. Now, is it the be-all, end-all of guitars out there? Does it ruin my other guitars? Absolutely does not. But it is a really nice guitar to have in my collection of ones that I use quite often. There's probably not a week that goes by too often this one doesn't get picked up off the rack, because it is that nice to play, right? The trem pretty much stays in tune. It actually has great tuning stability, except for that heat pump that's up there. That knocks things out, but for the most part, this one is very good in that sense. So yes, I would buy another one. If you are looking to buy one of these, don't hesitate if you can do it. I understand they're a lot of money. That's the only thing. As for the classic model, love it. They say it's better than a Fender, and I think for me that it is, because it has the humbucker in it instead of, I know there's some Fenders that have the humbucker, but there's a lot going on up at this end of a Stratocaster that I find everything just gets in the way. And in this case, this is just a more comfortable guitar for me. But hey, we have a world full of options out there. You can go for a Kiesel headless. You can go for the Fender Strat if you want to, but some of those are amazing guitars as well. But yeah, if you got the money for something, you're thinking like Les Pauls and all this stuff, why not give something like this a shot? Like anybody looking, if they've got, high budget for guitars, don't limit it yourself to just thinking get Fender and Gibson. PRS is getting to like crazy money, but Strandberg's one you can look into. Aristides is one you can look into. Yeah, I'm not here to just completely shill for this guitar, but I own this guitar, and I can say that after a year of having it, it's amazing. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bounce for the day. If you guys have any questions about these guitars or any guitars on my channel, just ask in the comments and I'll respond to you. Anyway, you all have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you all again in another video. See yous.